All right, so thank you all for being here. I founded WatchMojo back in 2006 at a time when storytelling was moving towards video format. And we launched with the vision and mission to inform and entertain with a video on every topic. But who am I kidding? We are known for top 10 lists. We did not invent the format. Dave Letterman, Wayne's World, and going back to the OG of top 10 lists, Moses and the 10 Commandments. It's a format that's been, humanity has always been widely embracing of. So when we started off, we wanted to produce a video on every topic. We wanted to cover everything from travel, cooking, entertainment, business, health, and so on. And after 6 years, we had pretty much produced 10,000 videos, and we kind of started to get a bit bored by producing the same things. We had lost money like pros, and we decided to really focus on the thing that we were best at, that there was a big opportunity in the marketplace, and that we felt we could be a leader in the space. So we focused really on top 10 lists as a format in the category of entertainment, and using a lot of clips from movies, which was pushing the envelope of copyright and fair use, which today has proved to become like a battleground on YouTube and Content ID, which in my third book, The 10-Year Overnight Success, I dive into quite a bit. And if you follow YouTube, it's kind of one of the leading themes challenging the platform's future. So in 2014, we decided to do a top 10 viral videos video. And so we always kind of take this very, we don't take ourselves very seriously, but we take the art and science of creating lists very seriously. And so we looked at many things, basically views, impact, uniqueness, and so on. And we decided to look at, well, what's the criteria? What makes a viral video, and what constitutes going viral? The first item is obviously shareability. Second is if it's been parodied by others. It's got to be discussed not just at the water cooler, but also on traditional media, radio, TV, and whatnot. Now, the threshold for what is a lot of views has changed, right? 10, 12 years ago, if a video got 1 million views, that was an insane amount. Today, if a video gets 1 million views, it's kind of child's play. More importantly, the dynamics of how celebrities are involved has changed quite a bit. Today, celebrities are not just sharing videos that they find online, they're even sometimes starring in them. But back then, celebrities were still very much on the sidelines. The main thing that we decided to kind of differentiate was that this had to be started online, which basically means no Saturday Night Live. YouTube's success could be rooted back to piracy. Saturday Night Live's video, Lazy Sunday, was an example of that. I was going to ask the organizers if I could use the word dick in a box. If I'm never seen again on a stage here, you'll figure out that I couldn't or shouldn't have. But basically, Dick in a Box started off on SNL. I said it twice now, at 11:30. Is this going to open up? No, I'm still here. It got then 28 million views within like a few hours afterwards. In any case, moving along. So basically, we decided to do, let's go back. We decided to do our video, and looking at this, it includes videos like Coney 2012, Leave Britney Alone, Gangnam Style, Evolution of Dance, The Star Wars Kids, Double Rainbow. Show of hands, who here have seen 3 of these? Okay. Who here has seen 5 of these? Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10? All right, I'm not giving away any cars or anything. Don't get too excited. Okay, that might be generational to some extent, and it's subjective, right? I mean, these were based on our team. Our video got viewed 13 million times, 90,000 likes, 14,000 comments. Now, when I started to kind of, when we were producing, videos in 2006, we were kind of ahead. We kind of broke down content as this pyramid, and we felt that at the top of the pyramid, you had traditional content that was sitting on the sidelines. The economics didn't merit these coming online. We're talking about Avatar. We're talking about Avengers. We're talking about, Game of Thrones. And then at the bottom of the pyramid, you had user-generated content, which was changing news gathering and publishing, but we knew that instinctively, marketers would never embrace it. So WatchMojo succeeded by figuring out that our sweet spot would be in that middle. And so, essentially, it's important to note that the internet has always been about the 3 C's: content, commerce, and community. And obviously, viral content is, viral videos are content that then the community runs with, it's important to note that ads could also go viral. The Dollar Shave Club video is an example. The Gillette ad is another example. We're focusing more on content in this presentation and less commerce, because generally these are not videos that are funded by massive marketers that tend to go viral. But there's a little bit of a hypocrisy at play, which is if you look at the kind of content that marketers, audiences, and distribution platforms, the three constituencies like, the common ground between the three is very, very small, right? If I were to come to you and say that there's going to be this show that, you got dragons killing innocent people and these lovely siblings are going to be having sex, you can imagine that marketers are not going to line up to advertise, and that's why Game of Thrones is on HBO. But ultimately, what audiences like, it's like, we like wine, we like cheese, we like, yogurt, things that have gone bad. We're drawn to sex and violence and horrible things. That's naturally what gets most of the watch time, the engagement. Things like, oh, I want to know how to make fondue, it's in and out. I search for it, I look at the video, I do the recipe, doesn't go as I thought, doesn't matter, I eat it and I move on. So marketers want, kind of hypocritically, they want both reach, brand safe, even though those two things don't always go hand in hand. And then the biggest, kind of hypocrites of them all are the distribution platforms that like to say, oh, look, our audience, they are into philanthropy, they're into charity, they're into the fine things in life, but really the search volume goes to how to evade taxes, how to screw the system, and so on, right? But it's all this song and dance underwritten by marketers. And so when you look at breaking through the clutter, basically discovery and recovery of content have changed, right? When I started my career in media, I used to be a partner, vice president and columnist at a men's online magazine called Ask Men. We reach 5 million people a month, and we thought we were huge. Today, WatchMojo, powered by YouTube, reaches 120 million people per month. And if you add Snap and other places, we reach 150 million people a month. That's the power of platforms. And you can't be a hypocrite. You can't take the good of the platform model, like reach, but then complain when you're basically a fly on somebody else's butt. It just comes with the territory. And then the other thing that has changed is we've gone from discovering content from search to social. And that also plays into how we share content on Facebook, Twitter, other places. So if one of you, okay, if I were to say that only one of these is revolutionary, show of hands, who here says that Netflix is the revolutionary one? Show of hands? Okay, a few. Who here says that YouTube is revolutionary? All right, nothing too scandalous then there. Indeed, Netflix has basically taken what we've always seen on TV and theaters and just brought it to you at home. It's fantastic, but it's kind of evolutionary. It doesn't really change the paradigm. YouTube, partly because of its roots in piracy and many other things, has totally changed the definition of content, the definition of what is a celebrity, the definition of length and style. I look at a camera, press record, chop it up in a certain editing style, not at all the same thing. So when it comes to video, YouTube has basically replaced television. It already generates more viewership than television, which is an insane concept. We keep hearing about the death of the TV second ad spot, and I don't think so much that it's the TV ad spot that's going away. What's changed here is those two little words, skip ads. When YouTube launched TrueView, it was really a scorched earth policy that basically starved all of its competition of ad revenue. All of a sudden, the audience could not just choose what content they wanted to see, but they also chose what ads they wanted to see. And in this landscape of clutter, where 500 hours of content is uploaded every minute to YouTube, it changes the main requirement. All of a sudden, whether you're telling a content story, a community story, or a commercial story, storytelling becomes the most valuable skill out there. To quote Steve Jobs, the storyteller is the most powerful person in the world. They set the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. So whether it's YouTube, whether it's Netflix, the media world, the reason why investors don't like media is because it's a hits-driven business. Partly true. And the paradox of virality is that you actually should not be chasing something to go viral. It's almost impossible. After the fact, you could look at what made viral videos go viral and what the common denominator was, but anybody that tells you, ooh, I got the secret for things to go viral, is probably lying to you. You should probably not take that meeting or get the hell out of that meeting, right? Even YouTube very quickly shifted from views to watch time, because views were very misleading. You could have a very enticing thumbnail to generate the clicks, or a very clickbaity topic to get it. You know, we do a lot of we push the envelope. We may do top 10 ruthless dictators, which is basically a history video wrapped up in an entertainment facade, but you know what you're going to get, right? It's not like when we do top 10 skyscrapers, it's top 10 skyscrapers. So you also want to steer away from clickbaity titles, because in the end, if users click through to your video but they don't sit through and watch it, you're actually going to get penalized. Finally, it's also important to think more of fans instead of just subscribers. YouTube, around 2014, basically started to de-emphasize the value of subscribers. And really, as a business and as a storyteller, you want to kind of get these people that really, really care about your franchise. And arguably, the most successful example of that, born out of the YouTube community, is Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth has a subscription business. They got acquired by Churnin and Fullscreen. And you know, they have these conventions where 30,000, 40,000 people show up for them, which is a testament to just what a good job that they've done. And I assure you, they never thought of how do we make a clip go viral. So I like to remind people that things that are, things that scale are not necessarily sustainable, and then things that are sustainable don't actually scale quickly. And neither of those things, and going viral is actually neither of those things. So finally, I would say that this is a list that you don't actually want to be on. And to conclude, nowadays, who here actually has a channel on YouTube? Show of hands. Okay. How many people here want to actually have a career on YouTube and what that means? Okay. So you should go into it and basically just realize that, you're basically, the acid test is, are you willing to commit 3 to 5 years before you have anything that resembles traction, that resembles either a career or a business? It's a very cluttered and competitive landscape. And a lot of people really only look at the bad of YouTube, whether it's the content, copyright issues, or the demonetization. But at the end of the day, it's an awesome platform. It's allowed me, an entrepreneur from Montreal, to, with very little no venture capital and very little capital invested, to build a business that reaches hundreds of millions of people around the world. And as an entrepreneur, you realize that every day when you wake up, unless you have a commitment to serve other stakeholders and basically solve problems, then you're probably not in the right business, and you probably shouldn't be either a creator or an entrepreneur. All right, on that note, thank you very much. Have a great day.